morning. I'm back for my third attempt at the Kaimai's north-south track. So my ankle is healed again, and I think it should hold up to the rigours of the track. So fingers crossed on that. Third time's a charm at least. So my first task is to get up there onto that ridge in the low saddle there. That's where I'll rejoin the north-south track, and hopefully I'll get a bit further on it this time than I did last time. Right, that's the end of the pine forest section. Time for a quick rest and a drink, and then on into the native forest. I am approaching the saddle just up ahead here, which is where I rejoin the north-south track. I've had a little lunch break, feeling a bit refreshed, so here I go, off onto the north-south track again. 2 hours to Motutapuri Hut. I think probably about 4 hours to get to Thompson's Track, where I think I'll probably camp tonight. So fingers crossed that it goes well this time. I've just gone past where I fell last time, so I'm already doing better. So yeah, hope it continues. I like being right up on the ridge because you get views in both directions up here. Out this way is Waikato, and over in this direction is the region of Bay of Plenty with Te Puke in the middle distance there. Whoever put this track in has taken perverse pleasure in going over the top of all of these rocky knobs. So there's lots of ups and downs. And here is the ladder that I've been waiting to see for a long time. Not sure how many steps there are, but it goes all the way down to that saddle there. Here's a view of the ladder from the other side. Okay, here's the turn off to Motutapuri Hut. It's down that way. I'm going to pop down there and have a look at the hut and get a top up of water. Okay, Motutapuri Hut. I hope there is a water tank with some water in it here. Yay, success. Yeah, nice little hut. Cozy, be a good place to stay. A little way north of Thompson's Track now, and there's lots of lovely little campsites around here. Yeah, beautiful little grassy meadows, perfect for camping. But yeah, I want to make a little bit more distance before I set up camp. Try and get the other side of Thompson's Track at least. And here we have Thompson's Track. The scar on the landscape that it is. Right, I've made it just past Thompson's Track, so I am now officially munted. So I don't think I could walk another step if I wanted to, so this is where I'll camp tonight. I'll just set up my little tent in the corner there. Oh, good morning. Just packed up camp and I'm about to head off, so aiming to get to the old Wairere hut camp hut site, so I'll camp there for the night. Well, I'm a bit mystified here. Total absence of markers. So I think that the trail just follows downstream for a bit, and then somewhere it'll branch off. So hopefully there'll be a marker when the track hits the river. Yay! Found the marker and found the track. So all's good. I was doing really well coming down the river there, just rock hopping, keeping my feet dry even, until I stepped on a rock that rolled over. I fell into the river, broke a pole, so not too pleased about that. At least I got one left. Here is Tuahu Stream, and time for a little rest and lunch break, I think. I can't resist that. I'm hot. I'm going in for a swim. Alright, this will test my balance. Oh, this is the old Wairere hut site, so I'm going to camp here tonight. As usual, another hard day, so I'm very pleased that I got here though. 5:30, rolled into camp, so yeah, pretty happy with that. The last section was pretty good. From on the TT River through to here was mostly over the saddle, and it was a long flat stretch, so trail was very nice, easy walking, and it was really enjoyable. But I made a big mistake earlier in the day. I was leaving one of the rivers and climbed up for a quarter of an hour up a steep hill, and then a bit more along the flat, and then came across some treefall, and faffed around for ages trying to find my way through it, and trying to find the right track, and eventually found a track that looked good, so walked on that, and walked for a while, and then started to hear a river, and I thought, it's a bit soon to be hearing the next river, so carried on, got down to the river, and then I realised that the river was flowing in the wrong direction. It was going left to right. It should have been going right to left. So I thought, what the hell have I done? Figured it out eventually, that when I came across that tree fall, I took the wrong track. I took the track that I'd just been on and walked all the way back to where I'd just been half an hour earlier. So, not the best. But the most stupid thing about it was that the first time up the track, I came across these stairs, very steep stairs, and quite unique. And I thought, oh, that's a bit odd. Climbed up them, and then on the way back, I was getting close to what I thought was the next stream, and I came across some more stairs, and I thought, oh wow, these look just like the other ones. Mirror image, in fact. Yeah. The only difference is these ones are going down rather than up. Yeah, dope. Even then the coin didn't drop. But anyway, got here. That was an extra half an hour on the day that I really didn't need. But got here in the end, and all's well that ends well. So yeah, happy with how it turned out in the end. So now it's time to set up my tent. Alright, good morning. Left camp again, and it's about 8 o'clock and heading south, so aiming for at least Te Whare Oki hut, but if I get there in good time, then I might consider going on to the next hut. We'll just have to wait and see how it goes. Here's the intersection of the north-south track and the Tuahu track, so making good progress, I think, so I'm very pleased. Made it to Te Whare Oki, and time for an early lunch, so I'll definitely be pushing on to Huranui hut. But I'll stop here and have a rest. Lots of good tent sites here, and all the mod cons. Te Whare Oki is a very nice hut. Very clean and tidy. Look at this concrete floor. I think it's 14 bunks. Wood burner. They've even got electric light. And a solar panel on the roof. And a charging port for your phones and other devices. Yeah, over here. So, good place to stop. Now I've made it to the junction with the track to Huranui hut. Now I could go up there and stay the night, or I could carry on south on the north-south track and get to the state highway today. But if I do that, then it's going to be fairly late when I arrive there, and I still have to try and hitchhike back to where I parked my car. So don't like the idea of leaving that too late in the day, so I think I will head up to Huranui hut. I'll stay there tonight, and I'll get to the state highway early tomorrow morning and have more chance of a lift. There we go, another cute little hut. Ooh, she's hot in here though. Good morning. Last day, just leaving Hiranui Hut, and I'm going to head to the road. So I think it's about 2.5 hours according to the sign to the road, and then I'll be out of here. I can hear the traffic noise now, so not far to go. Another 10 minutes or less. Hey, made it. This is the end. I made it to the end. That was hard work, but it was a bit of an adventure, that's for sure. Very pleased with what I've achieved, and had a great time there. It's a good track.